Chapter 12. The Silent Fortress. They want you angry. They want you emotional. Because when you are angry, you are predictable. And when you are predictable, you are controllable. Anger blinds the eyes of reason. It makes you lash out without calculation. It makes you reveal your strategy before the battle has even begun. Those who understand this truth know that anger is the tool of the weak, and control is the weapon of the powerful. Every society, every authority, every manipulator who has walked this earth has understood one simple truth. If I can make you emotional, I can strip you of your wisdom. The mob, stirred by anger, destroys itself without ever realizing who placed the spark in their hearts. Look around you. Politicians thrive on making enemies of the people. Rulers cultivate division so that anger never dies down. Because when you are divided and boiling with fury, you do not question who benefits. They do. Machiavelli once wrote that the wise ruler does not allow passions to control him, for passions are the chains of slaves. He understood that victory does not come to the one who shouts the loudest, or strikes the first blow. It comes to the one who waits, who watches, who strikes when the enemy has exhausted himself in rage. A man in control of his anger is like a fortress with unbreakable walls. A man consumed by anger is like a house made of straw in the middle of a firestorm. They want you angry because anger takes away your advantage. The negotiator who loses his temper is already defeated. The rival who shouts reveals his weakness. The enemy who attacks in blind rage exposes himself. If you can master your emotions, if you can remain calm while everyone else burns, then you will see clearly, you will outthink them, outsmart them, outserve them. Machiavelli advised princes to appear passionate, to sometimes feign anger when it serves a purpose, but never to truly lose control. For when a leader loses his mind, he loses his kingdom. Anger should be a mask you wear, not a chain around your neck. To pretend to be angry when it benefits you is strategy. To actually be angry when you should be calm is weakness. Remember this distinction because it is the line between master and slave. Consider the chessboard. The player who rushes with emotion will always fall into the trap of the one who thinks 3 steps ahead. In life, the same rule applies. People will provoke you, they will insult you, they will try to spark the flames of your fury. They do this not because they are strong, but because they know it is the only way to make you weak. If they cannot outthink you, they will try to make you stop thinking. Do not give them that victory. When they push you, lean back. When they shout, remain silent. When they provoke you, smile. Nothing unsettles your enemy more than the realization that they cannot control your mind. Nothing breaks a manipulator faster than the understanding that you will not dance to the music of their anger. The true strategist fights not with rage, but with patience. Patience is sharper than any sword. But make no mistake, patience does not mean weakness. It does not mean you allow others to trample you. It means you do not act on their terms, you act on your own. You wait for the moment when their guard is lowered, when their emotions betray them, and then you strike with precision. The cold hand of calculation is always more effective than the hot hand of fury. Imagine the tyrant who wants his people angry at one another. He plants seeds of division, he whispers lies, he fans the flames. And the people, lost in anger, fight one another instead of him. Do you see the genius? The people destroy themselves while the tyrant grows stronger. This is why you must rise above anger. Because when you rise above it, you step outside of the game they built for you. You begin to see the invisible strings. And once you see the strings, you can cut them. The world wants you reactive. The powerful want you to shout, to argue, to waste your energy in battles that mean nothing. But if you can resist that urge, if you can hold your fire while others burn themselves out, you will always be the last one standing. History remembers the conquerors, not the angry mobs. History honors the strategist, not the one who lost his temper. Think of every great leader, every master of power, Caesar, Napoleon, Machiavelli's prince. They understood that control of the self is the foundation of control over others. A man who cannot rule himself cannot rule anyone. The first victory must always be over your own emotions. Without that, you are merely a pawn in someone else's game. And so, when they want you angry, you must grow colder, calmer, sharper. When they scream, you whisper. When they push, you step aside. When they strike in fury, you watch them weaken themselves. And then, when the time is right, you choose your moment. Your action will be remembered while their anger will be forgotten. This is how you outsmart everyone. Not by being louder, not by being more furious, but by being untouchable. By being a master of yourself and therefore a master of the battlefield. Anger is the enemy of strategy. Control is the ally of victory. The one who controls himself controls the world. Remember this, and you will see the world differently. Every provocation will become an opportunity. Every insult will become proof of your power. For only the strong can remain calm when surrounded by chaos. They fear your control. Outsmart them. Outsmart everyone. And so our journey together in the philosophy of mastery draws to a close. But know this, my friend, the lessons we've shared are not meant to gather dust on bookshelves or fade into the recesses of memory. They're meant to be lived, to be tested, to be sharpened against the realities of your life. As you step out into the world, armed with the insights we've explored, remember, it's not enough to simply possess knowledge. It must be put into practice. Apply these teachings to your relationships, to your work, to your challenges. Sharpen your intellect like a blade, letting these philosophies be the whetstone against which you hone your understanding. Keep in mind that each interaction, each decision, each obstacle is a new opportunity for growth. Use them. Let them forge you into a better thinker, a better strategist, a better man. Don't be content to merely listen to these ideas. Embrace them, wrestle with them, let them challenge you. Allow them to become part of your internal dialogue. You have the tools to navigate the complexities of life. Now go forth and use them. The world needs thinkers, and you are now equipped to join that ranks. As the final notes of our journey resonate within you, carry them with you. Let them guide you through the labyrinth of life, reminding you that the answers you seek are often hidden in plain sight, waiting for you to unearth them. Just as a sculptor chips away at a marble statue until the masterpiece emerges, chip away at your own understanding, refining it, shaping it until you reach the peak of intellectual clarity and personal growth. Remember, our journey together may be ending, but your journey of discovery and growth is just beginning. Keep learning, keep growing, and always remember the power of your intellect. Thank you for joining me on this incredible adventure. If you've gained value from our explorations together, I invite you to show your support. Your support is a testament to the impact of these ideas and fuels our journey in exploring more profound topics. And if you're eager to continue expanding your intellectual horizons, we invite you to explore our other offerings. Every like, comment, and share amplifies our mission to bring these enriching philosophies to more minds. Together, let's continue to shape the intellectual landscape. The wise man, however, is not swayed by this storm. He sees through it. He knows that anger is the fog of war, and only fools charge blindly through it. The wise man waits until the fog clears, until his enemies stumble in confusion, and then he claims the victory without even raising his voice. This is part 2 of the second lesson from the second course of our series, where we are studying the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. So if you're not yet caught up, definitely go check out part 1, which I uploaded yesterday. In today's video, we're going to look at Laws 26 through 30, so let's jump right into it. Law 26, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. There's a saying that goes, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. This means you should carefully select your friends, but you should pay even more attention to the people you consider your enemies. While we might think that friendship is more important than rivalry, the reality is that knowing who your enemies are and understanding their motives and methods is critical to your survival. To get along with others, you need to know who they really are. Imagine having a friend who seems trustworthy, loyal, honest, intelligent, etc. But what happens when you realize that this same friend also talks behind your back, steals your ideas, or could sabotage your reputation? This is why it's essential to examine people closely. As Sun Tzu said, be wary of the person who starts a friendship too eagerly. Friendship is a slow ripening fruit. By keeping your friends close, you can better understand their strengths, weaknesses, beliefs, and motivations. But you must also stay vigilant and be ready to defend yourself from betrayal. Machiavelli adds, "There is nothing which gives one such confidence of a mind as does studying its actions and its opinions." For example, if you know your rival's strategy is based on fear and threats, you can prepare to counter their moves effectively. Or if you know your opponent is respected by others, you can find ways to maintain good relationships with those same people. But don't stop there. Take it a step further by observing how others interact with your enemy. See how people respond to them. What kind of conversations do they have? How do they treat them? This allows you to gather more information about their character. Now, here's a very important point. Don't just keep your enemies close because you want to harm them. Think about it. Why would you want to be like your enemy? Remember the golden rule from last week: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So don't keep your enemies close to plot against them or to be like them. Instead, keep them close to improve yourself. Learn from their successes and avoid their mistakes. Make sure they work for your benefit. Of course, there may be times when keeping your enemies close is simply not possible. And in those situations, you must use your knowledge of their strategies and tactics to protect yourself. But in general, you should strive to keep your enemies as close as possible and use the information you gain to improve yourself. In the words of Napoleon Bonaparte, if your enemy is weak, finish him off. If he's strong, help him. Become his friend. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. People love to belong to something bigger than themselves, to feel part of a community or cause. They want to believe in something. It gives them meaning, purpose, and identity. So use this to your advantage. Create a vision, a mission, a set of values that people can rally around. And when you share that vision, you must convince people that it is greater than themselves. Show them that being a part of this group is an honor and privilege, something they should aspire to. Once people start believing in your vision, they will become loyal followers. They will be eager to help you achieve your goals and will defend you against anyone who opposes you. However, you should not abuse this power. Do not force people to conform to your vision. Allow them to choose to join you. Otherwise, you will lose their trust and they will stop believing in you. Law 28. The first method of putting others in your service is to make them dependent on you. Another way to influence others is by making them dependent on you. This could mean providing them with resources, connections, or information that they need to succeed. By becoming indispensable to them, they will be more likely to do what you ask of them. For example, if you are the only one who knows how to fix a certain machine that everyone needs, you have power over those people. If you have access to a network of influential people, you can leverage that network to gain power. Or if you have information that others want, you can use that information as leverage. For example, imagine having a piece of information that could make or break a company. If you shared that information, you would have the power to influence the decisions of those who received it. You could use that power to get them to do what you want. But remember, using this law requires caution. If people find out you are manipulating them, they will resent you. So you must be careful to make your dependence on you seem like a natural and necessary part of their lives. You also need to make sure that your dependence is mutual. That is, you should be getting something out of the relationship as well. Law 29. Capture the imagination and loyalty of others by appealing to their emotions rather than their intellect. We are emotional creatures. Our decisions are often driven by our feelings rather than our rational thoughts. So appeal to those emotions. If you want to win people over, evoke excitement, passion, joy, fear, whatever emotion will help you achieve your goals. For example, if you are trying to persuade someone to support your business idea, you could appeal to their desire for financial success or their need for recognition. If you are trying to motivate people to take action, you could appeal to their sense of urgency or their fear of missing out. But do not overdo it. Know when to dial down the emotion and bring in logic and reason. Otherwise, you will lose your audience. Appeal to their emotions, but do not forget their intellect. Law 30. Make your accomplishments visible and known. It's a sad reality, but many people do not appreciate what they have or the efforts made to obtain it. So let your achievements speak for you. Don't be shy about showing off a little. Let others see your success and the hard work you put in to achieve it. Brag a little, let people envy you. This will motivate them to work harder and will encourage them to follow your lead. However, you must be careful not to gloat too much. Don't rub your success in people's faces. If you do, they will resent you and your achievements will not inspire them. Rather, they will view them as a threat. So show off a little, but know when to tone it down. And that's it for today's video. If you found these lessons useful, please make sure to leave a comment below. I read all the comments I receive and love responding to them. Also, if you've enjoyed this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit the like button. Thank you for watching, and until next time.